Hold up. There we go. And here we are.
Welcome back to the podcast. This is The Hideout. This is Neco, also known as Prince Productions. And you are...
Dr. Tig.
And you are... Christian, also known as AAPS Entertainment. And this is the Usual Rejects Podcast. And this week, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day, the Avengers Doomsday Leak, and... There was another big topic, but my phone just shut out. And other crazy shit for the week. Let's get this started with rapid fire news.
Damn, you have to scroll all the way down.
I'm just stalling for 5 seconds. All right. And the other main thing is Brainiac casting.
Casting.
Which there's not really much to talk about on that, but we shall do it anyway. All right. Quick fire news from Neco. ScarJo is rumored to play Gilda Gold in the Batman Part 2. Paul King, director of Paddington, is set to direct the Labubu movie. First looks of Daredevil Born Again Season 2 have gone online. And starting in 2029, the Oscars will stream only on YouTube. And unfortunately, we have lost Rob Reiner, known for work on Spinal Tap, Stand By Me, When Harry Met Sally, Misery, A Few Good Men, and a bunch of other cool stuff. What do you think?
I'm gonna go kill myself.
What happened?
Look at the screen.
What's up on the screen?
You see the black shit?
Oh, is it not filled in?
It's
right?
not filled in. In my side, it's filled in. On
this week, you're going to have to zoom in. They could just zoom in all the thing.
That's true.
But this is a podcast, so you're probably not even looking at us.
Continue talking while I continue this shit. Fixing
Okay.
it.
The only... I want to be honest. I am a huge comic book fan. I've never heard of Gilda Gold, so I don't know who that is. Paul King is awesome. I love the fucking Paddington movies. I think he also produced Harry Potter, or helped produce the Harry Potter movies, if I'm not mistaken. Still don't think the Labubu movie is gonna end up being good, if I'm being honest. The photos for Daredevil Born Again look really good. They showed their first look of Jessica back, and you got first look of Matthew Lillard playing the political rival to Fisk, and then we got another first look at Karen with her disguise. Made me just even more excited for the show. I'm very excited for season 2. And the Oscars streaming in 2029 only on YouTube. That's not a horrible idea. I'm gonna be honest. They spend so much money on the production of the Oscars, and every year, it drops by so much for the viewership. By like the tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, every year. So not a bad idea. I don't know why they're not just giving us like a 2 years notice. They're giving us, what was that, like 3 years notice? Odd, but whatever. I personally don't watch the Oscars. I don't remember the last time actually, last year I watched the Oscars.
Was it good?
No. But it was better than it usually is. It was shorter, not so much political shit. Not so many random ass performances. Like, the performances are cool. Like, I think that the Oscars should have like one or two cool little like halftime show performances, but there's just it just always goes on for too long. They end up being like 3.5 hours long, to the point where they're like literally giving awards off camera. So it's like defeats the whole purpose of an award show, because they're full of themselves. Yeah, those are my thoughts on rapid fire news. All right. So, our first piece of news is for Spielberg's movie, Disclosure. The trailer just dropped for it. I am very excited for it. Big Steven Spielberg fan. And it's a UFO movie. And Steven Spielberg has done many good alien flicks. So I'm very happy to mainly see him come back and do a really big budget movie. Because he's been doing a lot of smaller movies, and they've been really good. Especially the one that the biopic he did a few years ago. It was The Fabelmans. Absolutely adored that movie. It made me cry. Damn near gave me nightmares.
What's the movie called?
It's called The Fabelmans. There's like it really dives deep into the creative process and like how it makes you feel like an outcast. You ended up watching it.
I don't. No. You told me you wanted me to watch it. I never watched it.
No, you did.
No, I don't.
We had a conversation about it.
I don't remember.
You said it. If you felt the same way I did, where it was like kind of had an existential crisis after watching it. I remember because the mom does like a dance, and then you felt hella uncomfortable by it.
Oh wait, yeah, the mom. Yeah.
It was a really good movie.
It was like the mom was like cheating on the dad.
Yeah. I loved that movie. It was so good. Just an incredible.
I gotta rewatch it, dude. I have to rewatch it.
But yeah, very much looking forward to Disclosure. But our next news is for Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 2. Not really much to say. I'm really excited for it. I got my tickets to go see the final episode in theaters. So I'm very excited about that. It's pretty much just the same stuff. Just wish the show came out on a weekly basis. Wish that it got a wide release for theaters for the last episode. I think Netflix would have made a shitload of money because everywhere it sold out within like a few hours when the tickets went up for sale. So yeah, I'm still looking very much forward to it. I've been a defender of this season, even though there's been some serious problems with like the dialogue, the writing, a lot of the exposition, especially. Holy shit, the exposition this season's been bad. But I still think it's been a really solid season. Probably my second least favorite, if I'm ranking all of them at the moment. I think it still has potential to like get knocked back up, but season 2's my least favorite. Not that it's a bad season, but I just don't think it's the strongest of all of them. And then you got this season right after that. So I'm looking forward to it. I just wish they didn't release it on holidays because we're with our families and shit. We're not gonna fucking sit down and watch 4 hours of Stranger Things on Christmas. And the last batch of episodes came out on Thanksgiving. Like I didn't have a chance to watch them until like maybe 2 days after.
How long is it out for the movie? Or
oh, it's only for like 1 day, 1 or 2 days. I know. It's like, dude, just give it at least a week release. Do a wide release. They only did select theaters.
Not everyone's gonna have the chance to watch.
That's what I'm saying, and it's 2.5 hours.
That is terrible marketing.
That's what I'm saying. You know how much money you know how much they spent on this season?
How much?
Almost $500 million. Yeah. Get that through your head. 480. Avengers Endgame cost $300. Like
this makes no sense.
It's like they're just losing money. Netflix is just losing
they go
money.
Like, should we release this thing for a whole week? We should, but in their brain, they're probably thinking we should only release it for 1 day. Everyone has to go crazy for that. Yeah. We have to make it drop. We gotta make it drop like the bomb, like drop it like crazy. To make everyone buy like every theater out in the city. You know what could be? They're just trying to like recover like every like cinema theater, just like making them like Like I get what they were doing for that one tiny second. It sounded kind of cool idea, but eventually it's like, I think. If you only give a movie only a day to respond, not everyone's no one's gonna.
It's not gonna same buzz and all that.
Everyone's just gonna wait to go to stream.
Yeah, and like the thing is, people want to watch this in a theater because the tickets sold out. Like, and we got good ass seats. I don't even know how, but like, I think they fucked. It's just like, dude.
Yeah, I think they fucked.
Like, it's like they're allergic to making money. Like Netflix is just fucking allergic to making money. And smart marketing, like they're just allergic to. Anyways, has nothing. That is the same bullshit we already covered. So we're gonna move on to Monarch: Legacy of Monsters has gotten an official spinoff. Now I'm gonna learn live, both of us, on what the spinoff is about. Ooh. Here, you can read it. Yeah, I can't. Search a Monarch: Legacy of Monsters spinoff. We're going to see what the spinoff is about.
This one?
Not season 2. We already talked about season 2. The trailer came out like a month ago.
Season 3?
Just do spinoff.
Hi.
Let's see.
I can't type for shit. Where is it?
Go to news.
Wee.
Let's see. We're going to find out live. Okay, there we go. Click on them.
What, on the Apple one?
Yeah. This is coming straight from Apple themselves.
Apple. I want an apple.
Okay. Apple TV expands the Monarch Legacy of Monsters universe with new spin-off series starring and executive produced by Wyatt Russell and created by Emmy Award nominee Joby Harold. Okay. All right, let's read the rest of the article. Okay, the untitled Young Lee Shaw spin-off joins Apple TV's expanding slate of original series hailing from Legendary Entertainment's Monsterverse, including the broadly acclaimed global hit series Monarch Legacy of Monsters, on which Harold is also an executive producer. Monarch Legacy of Monsters returns for its highly anticipated second season on February 27th, 2020. Ooh, that's right around the corner. You gotta get caught up. That show's so good.
What, the Legacy of Monsters?
Yeah, Legacy of Monsters is fucking good, dude. The new prequel series is executive produced by Harold and Tori Tunnell for Safe House Pictures, alongside Russell, Chris Black, Kyle Bradstreet, Alex Bowden, Max Bernstein, and Andy Goddard. Okay, and it's produced by a bunch of other people. Yeah, so pretty much it's just a spinoff on Wyatt Russell, and then what's his dad's name? Isn't it Jack Russell?
I don't know.
The Russell boys. Anyways, it's about their shared character. I think that is awesome. Especially if it's gonna stay. I love period pieces, so them doing just a solo series set within those early days of Monarch, where it's just that, no back and forth, which I loved. I'm not saying that as a diss towards the first season. But just an entire series where it's just that time period, the 50s, 60s, early days of Monarch, following Lee. He was my favorite character in that entire show. Absolutely incredible. I am super excited by that. That sounds awesome. Hopefully some more Godzilla is going to be in that show. If not, I'm not going to be like super upset about it. I'm just really excited that they're doing more with this universe. And do you probably don't really have any opinions on that, huh?
The what?
This, because like you haven't even seen.
No, I really haven't. I really haven't caught up too much lately of anything besides just catching up like on dumb shows like Smiling Friends and and like other small stuff. But honestly, I really besides watching Fallout, like I think Tenlet's second season did drop, but I think it was like I didn't get to. Well, I did watch it, but I didn't watch it because I was just distracted, so I didn't really get to watch it. So I'll say I didn't watch it at all because I didn't know what was going on. But what's next?
All right, we have gotten casting for Brainiac, one of my favorite Superman villains. If not, he might be my favorite.
What the hell?
So it's a German actor by the name of Lars Eldinger. I personally have never heard of him. But so I don't really know what to really say, but the fact that I love Brainiac, and I'm happy that they have finally announced it. It seems like that he's actually gonna be the villain of Man of Tomorrow. Yeah, no, I think it's an actual crime that Brainiac hasn't been shown in a Superman movie. And that I think James Gunn is probably the best director to bring that character to life in general, but let alone for the first time in a theatrical setting. So hopefully, like he kind of looks like a serial killer, not gonna lie, but this one right here, he kind of looks like a young.
That photo makes him look like he's like a model, but this photo right here, I'm sorry to say, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but doesn't it look like Jeffrey Dahmer?
So I'm saying, like, he kind of looks like a serial killer. Anyways,
but it's like the thing is like when your mom tells you cut your hair, you look weird. And as soon as you cut your hair, you go like...
He looks like... He looks like this one actor. Hold up. Christoph Waltz. That's what I'm saying. Like, right there with that haircut and the way he looks, it kind of looks like Christoph Waltz. The other photo that we were on. But anyways, I love Brainiac. I'm very excited to see this character brought to life.
Further down. You saw what I saw?
What'd you see? Dude, that's low-key creepy as fuck.
I don't really want to scroll down further down.
Alright, well, before we get canceled for making fun of this guy, he's probably going to do a great job. I trust James Gunn when it comes to casting. He hasn't steered us wrong yet. So, congratulations, Lars.
Can Brainiac make more copies of himself?
Yeah, he can.
Cause
he has like a robot army at times.
Of just himself?
Essentially, he can kind of just like, what's it called? put his conscious throughout all of them and like change where his
actual.
Yeah, like he can see through all of them, if that makes sense.
Oh, it's kind of like a hive.
Like a hive mind, yeah.
Ooh.
All right, now we're on to Five Nights at Freddy's 2 box office.
Did you watch it? Nah.
I've not seen it yet. I was gonna wait for streaming. I am a defender of that first one, but dude, everyone has said, like even fans of Five Nights at Freddy's have said this isn't good. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna wait.
Yeah, like I don't like. I'll be straight, like I haven't seen it myself, but like I've seen a few clips, but I'm like, why is the animatronic able to walk, like outside in public? Because there's even the trailers even showed it.
Yeah, they're
like they're walking outside, being like, they don't have that much range of mobility because they have a certain range of how far they can go, unless like the I don't know whatever, but they can't go that crazy far unless they're able to the whole entire time. But I don't know.
All right, what's your box office predictions?
What was the budget for this thing again?
20 or 30 million, something around that.
Ugh. How long?
I'm gonna say like at least 200.
200?
Yeah.
Ooh, I say. Well, with the Five Nights at Freddy fans and everyone going crazy, I say 400.
Damn. All right, let's see. We're gonna find out.
I say 400. Damn,
I was close. 188 so far, but it's only been out for like a week or two, which is insane that it's made that much. Wait, no. It's been out since December 5th. So the box office is about to run. Oh my god, is about to end. The box office run is about to end. That's what I was gonna say. I think it'll cross like 250, which is pretty good for the budget that it had. That's really good for the budget that it had. I don't know. I don't really have much to say about it. Do you have anything else to say about Five Nights at Freddy's 2, the greatest sequel of all time?
I really can't say anything until I watch it. Like the second one is like in the game one, it was like challenging when you play the game, but I don't know. Like I understand, it's kind of like the first one did a good job of doing certain things, and was it the best thing? No, but it did bring it off like, oh, this is what would happen in reality if it was actually shown in like action more instead of pixels, or just like certain photo scenes. Here, which is at this point, it's more glad of seeing like like an actual film, actually seeing them move and do things and actually talk with the characters actually. But there are a lot of flaws people were mentioning about like the characters of like the daughter, like and the son, and how the sister's able to do certain things and whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know, but like I said, I really can't really put too much my opinion on the plate of this movie here. So we're gonna continue on.
All right. So we're going to talk about one more box office number. It's gonna be Avatar: Fire and Ash. It has come out this weekend, I believe, on Thursday or Friday. You already know my opinion about the Avatar movies.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. I'm just gonna say it's made a lot. I'm gonna say that it's probably at least made like 300 million, which would be insane, but that's my number. What do you think?
Oh, how much now, Hannah?
How much it's made so far? Because it's only been out for a weekend.
How much is the budget?
Fuck, it's probably like $200 or $300 million to be honest.
I say no more than like 70K, because
70 mil?
70 mil. I'll be honest.
Damn, that would be hella. Okay.
That's not my fault, man. No, not my fault. I would say like 200 mil.
200? Alright, I'm saying 300. I didn't put Fire and Ash for the box office. Let's see.
Because I think I'll be honest, like, yeah, Avatar's pretty cool, but I don't think over the years
it's so weird because no one talks about these movies, and then they just make a shitload of money. Like the first Avatar movie is the highest grossing movie of all time, and then the second one is probably like the third or fourth highest grossing movie of all time. And it's like, dude, what?
Are there books about these?
No, it's just the movies. I don't know. It's like they're very visually stunning. They just have no fucking story, and they're way too fucking long. And they're just kind of rip-offs of other movies.
It's kind of weird. It's kind of funny. It's really fucking weird. But it's like, you know what? She reminds her, like, just seeing her photo right here.
Huh.
I feel like if you were her husband or something like that, I feel like she would beat the shit out of you if you just brought her the wrong fucking rock. She looks abusive.
I'm pretty sure she's a villain in the movie, so maybe. Let's find out.
Wow.
136 million.
Oof.
Well, more like 137, damn near.
I was close.
That's still a really good opening, because what's today? Holy shit, it's only Saturday, so the weekend's not even over. Hold up. Let me double check, because I think it came out technically yesterday.
$2.
Hold up. Dude, these movies make so much. I think they make more money overseas, like especially like in China, like
they probably see this shit.
Yeah, because like in China, like they're more visually driven than like story driven. Like they really like visual storytelling rather than like dialogue heavy stuff. If that makes sense.
That's true.
So like these are like the perfect movies for China for them to just go crazy.
You know, one thing I do want to see a sequel of, or more like. I wish there was. Well, I don't know if there is going to be. I don't know. Didn't they announce a sequel for Kung Fu Hustle 2?
Yeah, I think they did. They did. Or at least the director's working on another movie.
Because I really want to see Kung Fu Hustle 2. It's been like...
I know, that'd be fucking awesome.
Like, wasn't it the first time I made you watch that? You know,
it was like last... No, it was the beginning of this year. It was the beginning of this year. Because we watched it with Julian.
That's right.
Dude, yeah, no, that movie's freaking awesome. I love it.
Dude, Kung Fu Soccer Shaolin is pretty funny. Because I think that one's like, you can see the CGI like clear as day. Yeah. Like the other one, yeah, it's CGI-ish, but it doesn't feel. You don't see. It doesn't feel like it's almost like it's CGI. We can tell, but it's like on the soccer one, you can just the CGI is so bad. It's like really bad and funny because you know it's back then. It's like the CGI wasn't the best. But I mean, like I don't know, something about the Kung Fu Hustle had better CGI.
No, the CGI in that movie was like actually really good. Like it was crazy. Like how wild they just got with the effects of that
soccer one. You're gonna be like, what the hell happened? But I really can't say much until you watch it. Like I'm down to go watch it sometime.
Well, yeah, so the movie officially came out yesterday, which really means it came out Thursday. So in 3 days, it made almost $150 million. That's insane. So I think it will get $300 million by the end of the weekend. So I'll be curious to check in with it on Monday. Am I gonna watch it? No. But that does end up leading us to our next topic,
which is
the Avengers Doomsday trailers. Okay, so have you heard that there's going to be 4 trailers for Avengers Doomsday? They're only playing in front of Avatar Fire and Ash, and you get a new one every week leading up until the main trailer. Have you heard about this?
No.
Okay, so they're trying... So basically, if you go buy a ticket for Fire and Ash, Avatar Fire and Ash, you will get to see a 1 minute teaser with one of the characters from the movie, and then a countdown for how long until the movie comes out. And then in 3 more weeks from now, we're gonna get a full teaser trailer, like a proper teaser trailer for the movie. So I think people have said the Thor one has leaked. I haven't been able to find it. I've been looking all over for it, but I haven't seen it. I don't even know what the description is, but what I did see is they had one for Captain America, and not Sam Wilson Captain America, Steve Rogers. So we all knew that Chris Evans was coming back in some form for Doomsday or Secret Wars. We just didn't exactly know how. And this teaser trailer makes it very interesting. It was very short, but all it was Steve is driving his motorcycle, parks in front of the house that him and Peggy own after the end of Endgame, and he goes inside the house and he is holding a baby. So he has a kid. And it just ends there. So that's all it is. So it does, there's been a lot of reports before even this trailer came out saying that Doomsday is a direct sequel to Endgame, and that essentially you don't have to watch anything in the Infinity Saga, my bad, in the multiverse saga to really understand it. They're pretty much just going straight from Endgame. Like you can just watch Endgame and go straight into Doomsday. I don't know how I feel about that. On one hand, I think that's kind of smart because there's just been so much stuff, like just so much content in the MCU. There's just no way you can easily go through all of it in time.
I don't know, but it seems like...
But at the same time, I fucking hate it because it's like you just made all this kind of fucking pointless.
I wouldn't be surprised if they put like some movement. Like I wouldn't be surprised to see like after Tony Stark uses the stones, he died, but he got resurrected somewhere else. And literally, since he used so much of the power of the Infinity Stones, he got the magic powers of kind of like Doom.
I would hate that. I don't want him to be Tony Stark on any level. I don't even want them to acknowledge that he looks like Tony Stark.
Unless they do this shit, it's like they kind of want him for his like. Here's it. I wouldn't mind if they wanted to use him for his like acting skills a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it's just that,
and they just make it like a different face clay of him, like kind of like CGI. Kind of like I can understand if it's more like this because honestly, like if this is like the original, like do you see this one?
Yeah.
If he's like, he doesn't look like Robert Downey Jr. out from here. He looks like some completely different person.
Yeah, well, I mean, and the whole thing with Doom is like, well, his face is scarred.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like they're gonna show like an image of him without being scarred first for a while.
The thing is, they shouldn't, because I mean, the thing is, Doom never takes off his mask for anybody.
But I mean, like, isn't the comic book let him show his face before?
He's done it like maybe like 2 or 3 times.
But I mean, like, isn't like certain like scenes of him like before he got the freaking like scar?
No, not even. They don't like even in the comics if they do like flashbacks to him as a kid or like something, like they obscure his face, so like they don't show his head or anything, just kind of like his body or his silhouette. So yeah, I still think it's horrible that I think it's stupid that they did the Downey. It's just a marketing gimmick, and anyone that says that it's not a marketing gimmick is high out of their fucking ass. That like I haven't heard many people say that, but I've heard enough people go, it's not a marketing gimmick. There's no way it's a marketing gimmick. It's like, dude, it's a fucking marketing gimmick. Like it's like there's no other way to put it. Like I don't think this is one I've said this since the beginning. He's gonna be a good Doom, but it still doesn't take away the fact that it is a fucking marketing gimmick. But yeah, no, I mean the trailer itself seems interesting. I'm just glad Cap is back. I absolutely adore Chris Evans as Steve Rogers. So yeah.
Bro, what if he pulls out his old his old persona from like what was it, like Thunder Jungle or Jungle or something like Thunder Jungle Thunder or something like that.
Thunder Jungle?
When he was like
a Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder, yeah.
First time I thought you were talking about Chris Evans.
Yeah, I like the only way you can remember if I just say like the messed up parts. Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, Avengers Doomsday. I'm still not. I have no strong opinions on the movie. I'm not exactly not looking forward to it, but I'm not exactly jumping up for joy. He has Grookey.
Little half Scott being tossed around.
Little half Scott?
Bro, Little half Scott went like this. He went like like what?
Janice says she doesn't like the movie. She doesn't find it funny.
Really?
Yeah. It's literally the funniest fucking movie ever made. It's the greatest comedy movie of all time.
I love it, but you know what?
Groovy.
To everyone to their own.
Yeah. Now, it leads to our final topic of the night before we get into reviews. All right. Spider-Man Brand New Day. A trailer has leaked for the movie. I have seen the whole thing. And it's fucking 140p quality with half the screen showing.
Really?
I've had a lot of concerns for this movie. To the point...
Go ahead. Go.
I've had a lot of concerns for this movie, and this trailer kind of just amplified that for me, like a lot. I was gonna stop. I'm in the middle of this big community video that I've been working on, and I was literally about to stop today and make a video about the Spider-Man thing, but I was like, I'm just gonna save it for when like the trailer actually comes out, like officially, which is gonna probably be like 4 months from now, 5 months from now. But I can still get my ideas out now. I think Destin Daniel Cretton is a perfect choice for Spider-Man Brand New Day or just Spider-Man as a whole. But there is just so... It seems like there's just too much going on in the movie to the point where... Okay, it's not necessarily that too much is going on. It just seems like a lot of things don't connect. So, we have the Hulk. Alright. But then we have the Punisher. Okay. But then we have Scorpion. Then we have, like, all these other villains. And it's not that you can't make that work, because I definitely feel like you can do, like, a sprawling epic with, like, many different characters. I think Superman did that really well. Like, there's just a lot of characters in the movie, and I think, for the most part, the movie handles it pretty well. But it feels like they're pieces that don't fit together. That's my problem. It's not necessarily the amount of characters that are bugging me. It's that they just don't feel like they fit in the same movie. Punisher and the Hulk. I don't know how I feel about that. And then in the trailer, we see the Hand. You remember the Hand from Daredevil?
Oh, yeah.
I hate the fucking Hand. I cannot stand them. I hate Elektra. I think the Netflix show is literally the best version of either of those elements. Like, the comic books, I cannot stand the Hand. I couldn't stand Elektra until Chip Zdarsky rewrote her to be Daredevil. I tolerated the Hand for the run where the Punisher becomes the ruler of the Hand. I can't stand them. And I think the worst parts of Daredevil were the Hand stuff. And I think they worked really good in Defenders. And I don't hate the Hand in the Netflix shows per se. I really just hate them in the comic books. But they're not also the most interesting of villains in the show either. And they do... It's the only thing in the whole Daredevil show where it kind of slows it down a bit. Kind of takes you... Not because it's mystical or anything. It's just the Hand is just not...
They feel like background.
Yeah, they're kind of just there. They're not really that interesting. Like, yes, they gave us Stick... But you could have given us Stick without the Hand. But I understand they were trying to build up to Defenders, and I think by the end it paid off really well because it all led up to Defenders, and I think that's where the Hand was its best, was in Defenders. I think it should have left it there. So it also seems like I don't think it is the case at all. But the trailer kind of paints the picture that Sadie Sink's character, you know, the redheaded girl from Stranger Things?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it kind of painted the picture. I don't think this is it at all, but it painted the picture that she was the main villain. I don't think that's it. But she's definitely going to be on some type of antagonistic role. So, but then this is when the trailer gets weird. It looks like Peter is in a cocoon, and then he comes out of the cocoon. And he might possibly have organic webbing like Toby's. It was kind of hard to see in the trailer, but this is just what people are kind of theorizing on what him coming out might be doing. And then there's all these rumors talking about, and from it seems like pretty reputable sources, saying that Sadie Sink is a mutant and that it might tie into some multiverse stuff. And then it's like, okay, what are we doing here? And it's like, because like even in the trailer alone, it's like we have Hulk, right? And all of a sudden he's a college professor, right? And then we have Punisher. And then we have Punisher, this very street level character. And then we have the Hand, which once again, like you go back to Daredevil season 2, the biggest criticism of that season is it felt like two different seasons because you have the Punisher storyline. It's so grounded, and then you have the Hand stuff, and it's super fantastical, and it's like those two storylines going on at the same time are so vastly different that it's just like puzzle pieces that aren't bad, but they don't fit together. And it just kind of seems like the movie is like, here's 5 different ideas for a movie, we're putting them all in one. That's essentially what it feels like to me. Like, it feels like we couldn't make up our mind on what type of movie we wanted, so we're just doing all of them. And it's just, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, okay, I'm gonna, like, I'll be honest right now. So, like, I don't think I've ever said this on stream, but I've had an idea for a Spider-Man movie. You've heard this to death, but I've had a Spider-Man movie in my head for like the past, like maybe 7 years, 6 years, something like that.
Wow.
And yours?
Yeah.
And I decided, I mean, there's no way it's ever gonna get fucking made. So I decided I'm turning it into a YouTube video. So for the past few months, not even the past few months, this whole year I've been working on a script for it. And I will say, it is a very large cast. Like, there's a lot of moving parts in it, but there's one central story, and one central A story, and one central B story, and a C story. So you have 3 stories, but they all tie to one theme, and they all tie to one plot. And every single thing that occurs has to fit within that plot line. So is it a lot of things going on? Yes, but it all has to tie within one singular plot line. And if anything steps out of that plot line, I have to move it back into place, right? So there's ways you can do a very big story, a sprawling story with a lot of moving parts, a lot of characters, many different villains.
You just gotta know how to place them.
But it's just the parts have to make sense within each other. So if you're doing... But the way this feels like, it just doesn't feel coherent. It doesn't feel like one thing flows to the other thing. Like, it doesn't feel like the pieces are making sense. It feels like a bunch of different movies, and they're like, okay, we're putting it together. That's my opinion.
It feels like? It's like you're grabbing the Kraft mac and cheese box, but you don't use the cheese powder. You actually got authentic cheese to use it. But the thing is, the worst part is that the noodles aren't even the best noodles either, so it kind of just fucks around with it.
Yeah, it just feels like a hodgepodge of shit. Like it doesn't like with a very nice glossy finish. Like, it's a big budget, it's a big production.
The cheese makes it taste good, but the noodles is still pretty bad.
Now here's my final concern. I really like Destin Daniel Cretton. I really adore Shang-Chi. But now stick with me. This is gonna sound confusing. Do you know what a story and a screenplay is? How there's a difference between the two?
Which one?
So the story is the series of events that happens in the movie. The screenplay is the entire thing. The story with the dialogue, sometimes the camera blocking, the description of scenes, like all that stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Most of the time, the screenwriter makes the screenplay, and that's it, right? They do the whole thing. They do the story and they do the screenplay. They're in charge of all the writing, right? But sometimes, doesn't happen all the times, kind of rare, but sometimes someone else will write the story, as in the series of events that take place in the movie, and then they hire someone in to actually make the script. So they take the story, put it in order, and then they write all the dialogue, all the description, all that stuff. Does that make sense? Like, okay, so like you have like a story,
uh-huh,
and you have the screenplay.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's one thing. Like, someone writes all of it as one. But sometimes someone will write just the story, so just the series of events. They're not writing the dialogue.
And they bring someone else.
They're literally just like, here's point A to point B, and then the screenwriter goes, okay, and then they fill it in with dialogue.
But this one's like point A gives it to point B, then and B gives it to C,
exactly,
and C gives it to someone else,
exactly,
and it goes back to like A and be like, okay, what the fuck we're doing here,
yeah,
and it goes back to C and be like, oh no, we're doing this, and go be like, oh
yeah.
I
so the reason I'm bringing this up is because I really adore Shang-Chi. I think it's one of the better MCU movies to come out of post Endgame. The story is great. The screenplay is fucking horrendous. Like, I just rewatched the movie very recently. The dialogue in that movie is fucking horrible. Like, it is really fucking bad. Like, it is really bad. The story, as in the series of events, how it plays out, it's very good. The second a character opens their mouth, I'm like, holy shit. That is one of my biggest concerns, especially given the fact that I'm not a fan of how the previous writers have been handling Tom Holland's Spider-Man trilogy, and they are the ones coming back, which also sucks because they're actually, one of them was a writer on Community, or like one of the executive producers and one of the head writers. So it does kind of make me sad that
well, I thought of in Community standpoint. This isn't Community.
Yeah, this is like very different, and like
this is Spider-Man.
It's like I just never feel like they never. Outside of Homecoming, Far From Home and No Way Home had such a hard time allowing the characters, and especially Peter, to just have a serious, deep, emotional moment without it just immediately getting undercut by a joke. And see, everyone's immediately gonna go, Aunt May's death scene. Literally 2 minutes later, I don't even think that's an over-exaggeration.
I forgot she died.
Yeah. Like, literally 2 minutes later, definitely less than 5 minutes after she died, they're already making, like butt jokes and fart jokes. I'm not even joking. Like you literally have Aunt May die. He, like a minute later, he meets the other Spider-Man. They have a heart-to-heart. And then they immediately go from that scene into them going into the science lab at Midtown High. And then they're all making little quips and shit. And then from that scene, you go on to them setting up for the final battle. And then Tom Holland's like, so do you shoot webs from anywhere else? Insinuating that he shoots webs out of his ass, like Tobey's Spider-Man. And it's just like, dude, you're like 5 minutes ago on screen, your aunt just died. And like now we're making fart jokes. And I'm just like, I'm like, bro, like what are we doing? Like they don't know how to balance tone is basically what I'm saying. And so this movie's supposed to basically take all the criticisms of Tom Holland's original trilogy and fix them. Like, it seems like that's what they're kind of doing. They're rebranding, brand new day.
I think I still haven't seen the Spider-Man Homecoming.
You've seen Spider-Man Homecoming. We all saw it together.
When all three of them?
Yeah. When we saw Homecoming together when it came out in high school.
No, my fault. What was this one here?
Oh, No Way Home?
Yeah, No Way
No,
Home.
we saw it. Remember one time we ordered the Batman pizza from Little Caesars? And then we watched it on TV. We watched it at my apartment.
Then which one's the one with all three of them?
No, it was No Way Home.
I don't remember. No, I think the pizza one. I think when we were watching the weekend.
No. We got pizza for that one, but this it was when I was living at my apartment. Like, we got the Batman pizza. It was like, remember the Little Caesars Batman pizza? It was like a little Batman.
No, that's a whole different movie, dude.
No, that was.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
No, it wasn't.
Because that movie, the Batman, came out in like October of that year, and I was already in my apartment by that time. It was March.
How did this movie came out? Wait, hold on.
It came out in 2021. 2021 in December, yeah. So, and I think the Batman came out 2022 of October, and I got my apartment 2021 in March. So,
December 17th.
or 2022 in March, my bad.
December 17th. I don't remember. I'm being honest. I don't recall. Like, I remember the... Crap. I don't remember.
Damn. We have to rewatch it. But yeah, I don't know. I just... All this trailer did was just basically give me more concerns going in. But I'm still gonna be there day one. But man, do I just feel like none of this is making sense. Like I know we only have little bits of stuff, but now that we've seen an entire trailer, it should have at least cleared up some stuff, and it just makes me feel like it just feels like none of this is meshing together. Like, this just doesn't make sense. Like the pieces they're trying to tie together. Also, Brand New Day is like one of the worst storylines. Like in Spider-Man history, it literally killed off the Amazing Spider-Man title for like 20 years. Like, I like right now, I'm a big fan of the Joe Kelly run that's been going on right now. It's taken 20 years to get a decent enough, and I think it's really good in my opinion, but I know some people think it's just fine. Decent enough Spider-Man run. So
isn't this guy who played someone in Better Call Saul?
Yeah, man. Nacho.
Nacho. Yeah, I was like, is that Nacho?
Yeah. So there's a scene of him in the trailer getting breaking out of jail. So like, I don't know. There's just so much happening.
Imagine they include Breaking Bad into the Marvel universe. I would be so laughing my ass off for that. I mean, like, Tom Holland, go arrest Walter White. And be like, who's
Walter White versus Kingpin?
Oh my god, like...
Walter, where is my money? Jose. shoot this fat man.
Shoot this.
And they fight. But yeah, that's all for the news today. Have you gone caught up with season 2 of Fallout? Or just
I literally didn't get to watch. Well, like I did watch the first episode, but I didn't really get to because I was distracted making a new commander.
I haven't even seen the first season.
But I will say that they put a bunch of recaps in it, which is pretty good. But I will say that the quality still came the same, so it didn't go down at all. But I wasn't disappointed about the first season when I finished it, being like, this feels nice. It doesn't feel like they're following their own story. Like what Neco was saying, like this takes place like
I think it's the farthest.
years,
I think it's the farthest in the timeline.
Yeah, so it's like this is like good because the thing is the other ones are kind of like like got instruction and everything else, but it just feels like they get a lot of things from like certain, and then they nitpick certain things from the game and stuff like that, but it doesn't feel so heavy like on the game stuff. You know what I mean?
Like it's just its own thing. Like it seems like you don't even need to play the games to understand it. Well, because it's just like it's really spread apart. Yeah,
so it's like in the game, it's like you have like honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they put something called they things to perks in the game. But I'm like, would they gonna include some type of thing like perks in here? But I'm like, but if you think about it, it's like in the game, like perks are something that you probably have to work with. And I think in the movie, in the show, it's kind of like the perks or something like that don't exist. It's kind of more like you have to learn how to do it completely. Because in the games, like, you just have to like just get a certain level, and you get another advantage to like level up some stuff. But here it's like they have to actually learn how to do certain things. Which I'll say, like, dude, the plot twist was crazy for me. It was like, I'm like, holy shit. Like I literally, I think with the last 2 episodes, like, oh my god, like everything went from like, oh, this person's a bad guy to like, oh shit, no, they're the anti-hero. Like they don't care about anyone else, but I understand why this person's doing it. So I'll say that go watch Fallout season 1 because I wasn't disappointed at all. I was actually hooked onto it the whole entire time. But yeah, I think that's it for the night.
Well, we gotta do Welcome to Derry. I'm not gonna talk too much about it, since I've already pretty much all my opinions that I've laid down throughout the past few weeks is just the same but amplified times 10. It's my favorite show of the year. I feel like Alien Earth would end up being my favorite show of the year if I just ended up having the time to sit down and finish it. But right now it's my favorite show of the year. That finale was just mind blowing. I don't care. I want you to watch it, so I'm not gonna spoil anything. Everyone knows that they revealed something about Pennywise or it in this season that genuinely just blew my mind, and it ended up retroactively making this entire season not necessarily a prequel but possibly a sequel to the movies. That ended up blowing my mind. Yeah, it's blowing my mind. That one character that comes in at the very end, you know the one, when he does that, I genuinely made me cry. And there was just some beautiful imagery, like when Pennywise turns into the bat and then the lightning bolt, just wallpaper material. It was such a great show. Every character was great. The stuff with Bob Gray and Periwinkle made me so. I think one of the greatest scenes in the entire show is when Periwinkle has to talk to the real Pennywise. Just us knowing as the audience that it's a demonic entity and she's not aware of that, and it was just one of the most grotesque scenes in the whole show, given the context of us, the audience, knowing what's really going on, and the gore that occurred in that moment. The stuff in the black spot, even more horrific than the book. Really just beautiful direction from everyone this season, but especially Muschietti with his few episodes. 10 out of 10. I don't have a single problem with it. I know people criticized it, but I think it was one of the greatest decisions that the show did, was waiting halfway to the season and truly building up to give us Pennywise instead of just giving it to us right away. if I feel like I wouldn't want them to do that for the other 2 seasons, but for the first season, I think that was a really genius idea. So 10 out of 10. It was everything. It was every reason why I love Stephen King as an author brought to the screen. So that concludes this week's podcast.
All right. Well, the police are outside, and I'm being calm right now because I feel like if I go in there calmly, I won't get
Buffer?
tasered.
In the butt?
Yeah.
In the back.
Anyways, my name is Dr. Thick.
My name is Neco, aka Prince Productions.
And I'm Christian, also known as APS Entertainment, and one day the entertainment will be gone.
Anyways, we'll be leaving. And
That's it.